After last month's ski trip to Stowe, I totally got hit with the skiing bug. So I really wanted to take another ski trip to get some more practice. So a friend and I started looking at mountains around New York City. Originally, we were going to visit Windham and Hunter. Hunter is probably the most popular day trip or weekend ski resort option from the city, but then we heard about Belleayre. Belleayre is located in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York. A lot of people recommended it to us because it's a smaller mountain that's great for beginners and intermediates. So off we went. The drive was a straight 2 hours north of the city, and we stopped at Phoenicia Diner along the way for some lunch. The restaurant's a cult favorite in the area, and I could really see why. Most of the ingredients are sourced locally, everything on the menu looked delicious, and the old school diner decor was really cute. We tried the muddy water coffee, the Korean chicken sandwich, and the full Phoenicia breakfast platter. We also drove along the scenic byway, which is a long road that connects a bunch of small towns in the Catskills region. To be honest, it looked pretty bleak in January, but I could see it being a nice drive during fall foliage season. Hello from Belleayre. We are in upstate New York in the Catskills for the week. There's Sam, going to get better at skiing. Say hi, Sam. Then we're gonna try out the greens, maybe attempt some blues and see how it goes. We're staying about 15-20 minutes away. This very cute like B&B. It's very I love the kind of decor. It's very old grand millennial vibes. I'll do a little room tour. It's like an old house that's been renovated to become a B&B, and all the rooms have this crazy wallpaper. Every room's a different color. It's quite cute. But yeah, for the video, I think I'm gonna take you through Belleayre Mountain, what skiing there is like, what there is to see and do in the area in the Catskills. So yeah, hopefully this will be helpful if you're also looking to do a ski trip. On our first day on the mountain, we both wanted a little practice, so we stuck to the easier runs on the lower half of Belleayre. If you plan to rent equipment or are also relatively beginner to intermediate, you can park in the first parking lot by Discovery Lodge. Belleayre Mountain offers 64 trails spread across 175 skiable acres. The summit has a max elevation of 3,429 feet and is approximately 22% beginner, 58% intermediate, and 20% advanced. We rode the Lightning Quad, which serves pretty much all the green trails. I'd say the greens from easiest to most difficult are, in my opinion, Iroquois, Dakota, Discovery Way, Mohican, and Huron. After trying them all out to warm up, I mostly spent the afternoon on Huron, which has a smaller steep section called Eagle Falls that was good for me to practice controlling my turns. Discovery Lodge is a great one to grab lunch or relax at since it has a lot of seating, both indoors and outside by the fireplaces. We saw the Belleayre Bear dancing one day, and there's also some food trucks if you want a quick snack. Oh, I also recommend buying lift tickets and renting your equipment online in advance of your trip. We noticed that ticket pricing varies by day of the week, and it definitely gets more expensive closer to the day of. You can order online, then print out your pass at these handy little kiosks by the lodge. Just had breakfast, now we're about to get changed and go to the mountain. I'm wearing a merino wool base layer set. It's a half zip, and then leggings. And I'm gonna put I got a one-piece ski suit, put that over it. And then I have another down jacket and my down parka. I actually forgot my ski jacket, total fail. I realized when we were about an hour and a half on the way up, so it was too late to turn back. So I've just been skiing in my parka, so that's kept me very warm. It is a little bulky, but works fine. So yeah, gonna head over and try to get on the mountain as early as possible. go skiing. Got my base layers, my ski bib, and I'm probably gonna wear a mid-layer shell jacket before I put on my coat. By the second day, we felt a lot more confident, so we decided to try out some of the easier blues. Deer Run is a really popular option. It's all the way on the right side of the mountain, and I would say it's pretty doable for beginners. To take that trail, you ride the enclosed Thunder Gondola to the mountain summit. One of the girls we shared the gondola with refused to ski Deer Run with her brother because she said it was practically a green. So it's definitely a nice one to try out if you're a beginner like we are. It's also a longer run, so I think it's a little bit more fun than the short green trails. Other easier blues are Roaring Brook, which is on the other side of the mountain, and Howie's Highway, which goes across the entire width of the mountain. There's just one thing about Roaring Brook and the runs on the left side. Part of the mountain there gets really flat when you get off the lift, so you do need to walk a bit on skis. I learned after the trip, of course, that I was using my poles wrong. So to save you a tricep workout, here's how to properly do it. Don't plant your poles in front of you and use them to haul your body forward like I'm doing here. Instead, hold your poles in your hands normally and place the poles behind your feet so that you can push off forward. Oh, and if you're an intermediate to advanced skier and you plan to mostly stay up the runs on the top of the mountain, you can park at Overlook Lodge and ride down to the lifts, which saves you a nice walk. Last day! Overall, we had a great time skiing at Belleayre. It's not in the Epic Pass, so it feels much more like a locals mountain. We saw a lot of families teaching their little kids, high school kids tearing down blacks, and retirees enjoying the slip. Also, if you can, I definitely recommend going during the week. We saw a huge difference in crowds on a holiday and weekend versus midweek, and especially if you're a beginner, you practically have the lower half of the mountain to yourself since the local skiers clearly prefer the blacks. Belleayre also offers cross-country trails and freestyle terrain parks as well. And finally, you might be wondering what else there is to do in the Catskills in winter. To be honest, not much. We knew there wouldn't be an après scene, but we were kind of hoping to see some quaint small towns and gorgeous scenery. Unfortunately, a lot of the restaurants and shops either had limited hours or were closed for the season. But here are a couple places we ate at that were pretty decent. First, there was Pine Hill Arms in Fleischmann's. It's close to the mountain, offers lodging right next door, and serves pub-style food. Great for a beer and late-night eats. Oakley's is another popular spot in town. It's always busy. They have a wood fire grill and they serve amazing pizza. Everything here was really hearty. We got some wings and mozzarella sticks, and it was just what we needed after multiple days of skiing. And finally, for some simple Mexican food, you can try La Cabana, which is a family-owned restaurant nearby. Overall, we thought it was a great ski trip. Belleayre is a no-frills mountain, but it's affordable, quiet, and so close to the city. You shouldn't pass up a chance to practice your ski or snowboard skills here. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm headed out west to Napa Valley and Tahoe soon, so stay tuned for more travel videos.